Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel ACS True. And today we are here with a video of prediction for the month of November 2023 for all 12 ascendants. How this month of November, when big transit just happened one day before on 30th, Rahu and Ketu happens, what it brings for you. Good news? Month of Dreams, let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. He is ready with his readings and research. Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Ram Ram Rohitji. Yes, today we are discussing about the month of November, which is very awaited for many people because of Rahu and Ketu transit. Rahu and Ketu has already done a lot of ups and downs for people, and here we go with a positive start to November. It is the month of dream come true because Rohitji, lot of good things are happening in November. Extremely good, beautiful things are happening. In this video, we are going to talk about in a overall way. First, it starts from 30th of October that Rahu enters Pisces and Ketu enters Virgo. It's the biggest transit of this year. Remember, Rahu and Ketu only transits in 18 months and it takes 18 years to complete the whole cycle. So Rahu is now changing to Pisces and it has completed a 18-year cycle and again starting from exact 29 degrees and 59 minutes from Revati Nakshatra in Pisces. Here, November 3, Venus will enter into Virgo, which is a very friendly sign for Venus. So, very good. Again, positive. Third positive thing, Saturn turns direct in Aquarius, which was retrograde for 140 days. Very good. Mercury enters into Scorpio. Here, there is little bit of challenge because Mercury and Mars do not have their energies aligned. So, little bit of challenge here. But Mars also enters Scorpio on 16th of November. After that, November 17th, Sun will enter Scorpio. So there will be three planets, three planets, triple threat match between three planets. But later, 27th November, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, which is the house of Jupiter. And then Venus will enter into own house, that is Libra. So overall, Rohiji, very, very good situation. Only little bit challenge with the stellium of Mars, Sun, and Mercury. That happens from 17th of November till 27th of November. There will be three planets together, a conjunction, where Mars and Sun will be at a very, very closer degree, very closer level. So it means lot of heat, lot of hot, lot of heat in that house, lot of problem in that house. Both are cruel planets, remember. So we'll start with Aries ascendant. Yoji, for Aries ascendant people, this is how the chart looks. Rahu and Ketu have now transited from your ascendant. It has now gone to your 12th house. Rahu and Ketu has come to your 6th house. Again, brings a very good, time for foreign connections, for foreign travel, for wealth. Everything is going to be very good because the Rahu is coming in the 12th house. You have to be extremely spiritual during this period, and this spiritual means you have to be extrovert. You cannot sit and do chanting. You have to go out and be in the social environment and help people. On the other hand, Ketu in the 6th house can give rise to some of your enemies, some problem in your workplace. So make sure you take care of it. As soon as this event happens on 3rd of November, before Saturn becomes direct, Venus will enter into Virgo. Which is, so Venus and Ketu will make a conjunction here. Venus is very good. Ketu is very, very extremely comfortable with Venus, and they both make a conjunction here. Only thing we have to remember is that do not spend a lot of money on luxury during this period. There can be some kind of what is your enemy this in this time? Your enemy is your desires. So keep a control over your desires. Okay. After that, 4th of November, Saturn will turn direct into Aquarius. You can see the 11th house. It's a very, very important house for Aries ascendant because here Saturn becomes direct and starts giving you gains from your social networks, from your hard work, your goals, which were not getting complete, will now get complete, and a good thing is coming your way. Later on, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Mercury enters the 8th house now, remember. So there is going to be sudden ups and downs, and especially in terms of health and in terms of communication. Mercury for Aries ascendant is making a Viprit Rajyog. So overall, it is also a pleasant time of Mercury entering Scorpio because it makes Viprit Rajyog and there will be some gains out of nowhere. You will think, oh, how the hell this came? So it is a very good time. After that, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Scorpio with Mercury. Okay, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Scorpio when? On 16th of November. And Mars, this is the own house of Mars. And this means that Mars is not very bad, but little bit comfortable here. Not very comfortable also, but it's a Kurur planet. And as soon as it enters here, another day, the next day, Sun also enters into Scorpio. So there are three planets sitting now from 17th of November till 27th of November. There are in the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of sudden ups and downs. Eighth house is the house of your longevity. Eighth house is the house of accidents. Eighth house is the house of sudden gains. Eighth house is the house of something you get from your in-laws. Eighth house is the house of secret things. Here, remember, when crude planets, both crude planets and Mercury, remember, whoever Mercury sits with, Mercury takes their qualities. It is just like Rahu and Ketu. So here it will take the qualities of Sun and Mars. So that means it is going to be a very extreme, challenging situation for you. When the Lagna Lord is in the eighth house, so there will be some secret which you will try to hide from outside world. Sun, the Lord of your education, the Lord of your luck is in the eighth house. Many people will get sudden gains or extreme sudden losses, depending on your dasha and antardasha. And thirdly, Mercury, the planet of your intellect, is making a Viprit Rajyog here. So there is gains and gains and gains for Aries ascendant people. So you are very, very extremely lucky. After this, Rohitji, November. But you have to remember to drive your vehicle very slowly. Drive your car with utmost patience and utmost, concentration because this is the time when you can also incur some kind of accidents. Especially those people who are going through a difficult period from stomach problems like problems of lower abdomen pain, or problems like hemorrhoids or piles. It is a difficult time for you. It will be more aggressive for you if you are Aries ascendant. Later on 30th of November, Venus will enter into Libra in your seventh house. So relationship also takes a very beautiful, shape. But remember, whenever we talk about the Maraka houses, that is second house and seventh house, the seventh house is bigger Maraka than the second house. So here you have to be again careful because you have other planets, Mars and Mercury are going to be in the eighth house. And when Venus also comes here in the seventh house, then it is a time that you can get into some kind of accident. So you have to be careful. Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, Rohiji, on the November 27th. Now, this Mercury entering into Sagittarius is a very good sign because it is aspecting its own house, the third house. So there can be very good communication from a foreign country in terms of you moving abroad or going abroad for some connection, some kind of fun, some. And there can be also be good pilgrimages. You could have decided good pilgrimages, or there will be sudden events where you'll say, "Let's go, man! Let's go to this temple. Let's go to this mosque. Let's go to this church." There can be some kind of new things coming your way. But for Aries ascendant people, the bigger news is that it is luck. Your luck is going to be working for you this month, and it's amazing. So all the best. I know it is long awaited time. Now you will have a little bit of a relief, Rohit.
Yes, little bit of relief, and this is, you see how the month of November, Akashji bifurcated with all dates and help you to plan the month of November. This is how we want you to plan your new year 2024. And this is the time when you can plan this 2024 sitting with Akashji, and you can get all advice about your horoscope, personalized horoscope from Jan to December, what you have to do, what you have not to do. And this is the time when you can start this 2024 with a big kick. So this is mail ID and WhatsApp number on the screen. You can just have to send your details, team will contact you, and you can sit with Akashji on video consultation to plan your 2024.
Moving on to Taurus ascendant, Rohit. Here, Taurus ascendant for the month of November 2023. Very good. Your month starts with a transit of Rahu and Ketu. So that is well taken care of. Rahu is coming into your 11th house, Ketu into your 6th house. Here, Ketu can create little bit of problem, Rohiji, in terms of in terms of children, in terms of progeny, in terms of education. It can there can many people can get break here. Many people who are giving exam can be little bit in trouble during this period. And Rohiji, it is very evident. Sun is debilitated at the moment in the house of competition, so there is going to be trouble. But Rahu Ketu enters. Rahu give very good gains to you. Rahu is going to open a very big chamber of gains for you. So, like next 18 months are superb for Taurus ascendant. After that, Venus will enter into Virgo and make a conjunction with Ketu. Now, when it comes and makes a conjunction with Ketu, Rohiji, here we have to be careful, little bit careful. And see, it will not be making a conjunction in the beginning, but it will be making a conjunction around 24th of November, because Ketu is always coming backwards, and Venus will be coming from Leo to Virgo, and Venus will be coming from sorry, Ketu will be coming from Libra to Virgo. So they will be very far apart, but Venus is moving very fast, and around 22 23rd of this month it will make a conjunction, and that is the time you have to be very careful in terms of your love life, in terms of your romance. There can be some illusion, some problems, some detachment, some breakups, some divorces, some separation. So many things can happen. So if you know about it, you have to be careful and make sure that during this time, if any illusion comes in such way, avoid it. Be quiet. That is what is the mantra. Later on 4th of November, Rohitji, the thing that every Taurus ascendant is awaiting, that is Saturn to become direct. Which is Saturn becoming retrograde here, it takes the energy inward. And that is the problem when a Mool Trikon planet, when in retrograde motion, will not be able to give the best ever results that it can give you during this transit. So Saturn becomes direct and your career comes to a path. You will get a path for your career. You will get a path to achieve higher goals. Rahu and Saturn both are going to give you extreme gains. In this chart, Saturn is a Yoga Karka, and Yoga Karka is now becoming direct, giving you extreme power in your social status as well as in your career. After that, Rohitji, on November of 6th, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Mercury enters into the seventh house, Rohitji. Till the time Mercury is alone here, it is going to be very extremely benefic for you, because Mercury is a very, very good planet. It will give you some gains and some kind of luck from the partnerships. If you are into partnerships, this is a very good time from 6th till 16th to do all your decisions, take all your decisions, because it is going to bring you luck. Later on 16th, Mars will enter into Scorpio together with Mercury. Okay, Mercury is on the way off to go to Sagittarius, but still there is going to be conjunction of Mars, conjunction of Sun, and conjunction of Mercury, all three in the seventh house from 17th of November till 27th of November. This is a time where you have to be careful. See, your fourth house lord is in the seventh house, in the Marakastan. Maraka, that means the guy who's a killer for you, that is Mars is here and Mercury is here. So your brain can get damaged, your ego can be high, and you can destroy yourself. So make sure that do not destroy yourself. Just wait for this moment to pass. Do not take any major decisions in terms of relationships and partnerships after 16th. From 6th and 16th, take without by closing your eyes. After 6th and 16th, after 16th and 27th, just hold on. Do not make any big decisions. Sun, here your partnership house is extremely afflicted during this period. Okay, there are two Marakas sitting. Now later on, when we go, actually three Marakas, Rohitji. Sun here, turns into it's a cruel planet, Maraka. Uh, Mars is actual natural Maraka for this, that is natural killer, and third is Mercury, who's the second house lord and sitting in the seventh house. So there is a little bit danger in partnerships in seventh house. In fact, this is the time if you have your spouse under some kind of medical treatment or under some kind of problem, or they are having a little bit of health issues, immediately take them to doctors, because there can be some indication during this period that something will be not right. Later on, Rohitji, 27th November, Mercury will enter into the 8th house of Sagittarius. And very good here, it is going to be 8th house aspecting the second house. So there is going to be money gains. There is going to be gains for you. and that gains to come through anyway. In a good way, if I say that there is a connection between the fifth house and the eighth house, this means lottery, not actual lottery, but some kind of good gains. Like out of nowhere, money will come and fall in your lap. So hopefully, this Mercury gives you a little bit of money that you're desiring at the moment. Later on 30th of November, Venus will enter into Libra. And after 30th of November till next month, end of next month, everyone who's planning to do any kind of exams, give any kind of competitive exams, give any kind of, getting health checkup done, any kind of, job change, or, renovation in your workplace, everything is possible for Taurus ascendant people. It is going to be an amazing 2023 November for you, and all the credit goes to Rahu Devta and no one else, because he's gonna make it amazing for you. This is the best placement of Rahu that it can get. It is in control of Jupiter, as well as it is in the nakshatra of Revati. It is going to be nurturing during this time for you, Rohit ji.
Yes, a great end to the month, or you can say very near to close the year. But you want a great start to the year also, 2024. So if you want to plan your 2024, and Rahu is coming in very good position, no doubt, but how you have to take maximum benefit of these planets. So what you have to do, just send your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number, and sit with Akashji for 2024 and ask him what I have to do or not to do from January to December. 2024 yearly horoscope planning with Akashji on video consultation. Now the time to start a 2024 with a planned manner.
Yes, Rohit ji, thank you. Gemini ascendant people, will talk about them. Now, for Gemini ascendant people, it's going to be two kendras that are going to be completely filled, and that is going to be filled with Ketu and Rahu. Earlier, Rahu was in the 11th house. You made a good money. There was little bit problem in friendships and your goals, but now your career is going to be at the peak. There is going to be a big jump in your career, big great things in your career you can expect, and especially you can expect promotions or a higher status now. Like maybe added responsibility. You will come be coming in a good place. Those who are looking for a job, very good. You're going to find a job now, because Rahu has come here, and Rahu cannot sit here without doing any karma. It has to do karma, and that will be through a job. Ketu will enter into Virgo, Rohitji, on 30th of October, and that is your fourth house. Here, Ketu is a very introvert planet. It is a planet that can give you jobs that are work from home, or maybe your job can become something that is home related. Home, there can be little bit of unhappiness in home because of your work pressure and all the things, but that is what you need to balance during this period. After November 3rd, Venus will enter into Virgo. Again, Venus will enter in the Ketu energy, and Venus energy will come and cross each other over this month, like this complete month. So, what happens? Detachment comes with luxury. Just imagine the combination. Luxury is coming with detachment. So, you will get desires to spend a lot of luxuries and lot of things, but make a wise decision and do not get into the zone of spending unnecessarily. In fact, go into the spiritual zone. This is the time that you will be, the more spiritual you be, the more inner peace you will get. Spiritual does not mean you sitting and doing Rama Nama Rama Nama. No. Spiritual means you actually helping someone else without them knowing about it. That is spirituality, like what God does. November 4th, 2023, Saturn will turn direct into Aquarius. This is also the time that you have been waiting for. Your luck was not in your favor. Everything came till the last stage, but the signing position did not happen. Your luck was not at all in your favor. This is the time your luck comes into your favor, and you will be doing some kind of higher studies. Maybe there will be some kind of great initiative that your employer or you will take, that okay, I need to do this course now, or some kind of course. So all the best for you, Gemini people. Do learn, because learning is earning. After that, Rohitji, sorry November 6th, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. And where is Scorpio, Rohitji? In the sixth house. So what is the most important thing we need to take care of is health. The Lagna Lord and the fourth house Lord in the sixth house. That means your confidence, your heart and your heart health and your lungs and your brain and your face and your skin. All these things are going to the sixth house, and sixth house is the house of diseases. Here you can have some skin allergies, reactions, stomach, food poisoning, and so many things that Mercury can do. So make sure that during this period, if you fall sick, try to use Ayurveda or try to use natural medicines like home medicines, which will give you more and more benefit rather than taking allopathic medicines because they can have a reaction on you. But disclaimer: do what your doctor says. Astrology does not have that kind of judgment unless and until your complete chart is seen by an expert medical astrologer. After that, Mars will enter into Scorpio, Rohitji. Here, see Rohitji, Scorpio, Mars also enters, and then later the next day, 16th November, Mars enters, 17th November, Sun will enter. And Rohitji, that is the time when Mercury also will be here, and it is transiting towards the seventh house. So what happens? There's going to be stellium here of there's going to be three planets, triple threat match: Mars, Sun, and Mercury. Now, what happens here, Rohitji? Look at third house. The third house planet, the third house owner Sun in the sixth house. Right, Rohitji? The Mars being the own house lord and the 11th house lord. And Mercury being the Lagna lord. All three are here. So that means there can be little bit trouble here. And that trouble will be mostly related to your workplace and your health. Your enemies can try to target you during this period. But still, Mars is here. Mars will give you extreme strength to come out of all the problems. Those who are going to give any kind of competitive exams, if they can move their exam from uh, after 27th of you know after 27th of this month, then it will be very good. Because 27th of November, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius into the seventh house, which brings a lot of peace and happiness into your relationships, into the problems that were supposed to be happening in your relationship and your partnerships. So it is going to be a very good period for partnerships. Later this month, November 30th, Venus will enter into Libra in the fifth house. This is the excellent time for you to earn money. This is the excellent time for you to go to foreign country for studies. See the relationship between the 12th house and the fifth house. Fifth house lord in the own house. So it tells you that there can be a chance of you to visiting a foreign country, and there can be chance of higher learning, education. There can be chance of creativity, new love life, long distance love story. Everything can begin during this period. And those who are retired, it is a good time for getting into the love of God, spirituality. It is going to be very good for you. So for Gemini ascendant people, Rohiji, the best planet, the blessed transit that is happening are two planets. Number one is Rahu. It is coming in the 10th house, gives you status, money, promotion, level up. And Saturn being direct, it gives you now, clarity in your luck. So your luck will actually work for you during this period. So for Gemini ascendant people, all the best, man. All the best. It's the word that comes to my mind for you guys is conquer that fort. You have to go fight and get that. It is yours. You are supposed to get it.
Yes, your all predictions and all words are very positive. I don't want to criticize, but yesterday I was listening someone who was telling that Rahu coming in third house will give you fight with neighbors. You see, these people are don't want to use the words, but they are getting all negative from this universe and telling to you. But we are here to tell you the positive things, so you start with your month or your year in positive way. This is why we bring this package for 2024. You can plan your year in advance, sitting with Akashi on video consultation. Ask him what positive is in my way. He will tell you, do on these dates, do like this. And this is how you feel motivation and you do the right thing on right time. So most welcome for the 2024 yearly horoscope. Just you have to send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number. Team will contact you and you will have a planned 2024 with Akashi.
Yes, so AG, moving on to Cancer ascendant. So Cancer ascendant people, Rahu and Ketu are going to be in the axis from 30th of October to your ninth house and your third house. Very good. Ninth house Ketu, ninth house Rahu is very good. It can take you away from religion. It can take you away from, very, uh, how do I say, extrovert, in a way where you were going to temple every day, where you were going to, doing this and that. It can take you this way, but suddenly it will bring a dharma quality in you. Remember, Ketu is a very big devotee of Ma Durga, so he also has that dharma quality in him. And when it comes to the house of dharma, house of luck, what else do you need, Cancer ascendant people, than Ketu coming to the ninth house? Because this is going to give you luck. Amazing time. You can get job offers. You can get, some, what is it, happiness from father. You can get some kind of guru coming into your life. You can get some kind. You can see some kind of good, thing related to if you are planning for the second child. That is the time this becomes very true for you. Fifth from the fifth, second child. You have to see second child from the ninth house. So this is also going to be in your favor. So everything is in your favor. Those who are going through Dasha of Rahu and those who are going to Mahadasha and Antardasha of Rahu, amazing. Like you cannot even imagine the good luck that is being coming to your way. So do not listen to other bogus people who will say this is happening. Everything is good, man. It is perfect. And the best thing is here, the Dushtana Lord, that is the Lord of your eighth house. Look at him, Saturn. It becomes direct. Very good. Like amazing time for you. So October 30th, Rahu and Ketu moves into a very positive way. Ketu comes into the third house, in the house of communication, in the house of Mercury. So Ketu will become shaped himself like Mercury. He will give you guidance and give you spiritual guidance as well, to be spiritually very communicative. On the other hand, on November 4th, Saturn will turn direct in the eighth house. So all the problems related to eighth house, court cases, health, and a problem or delays in some financial gains, everything is now going to be released. Saturn will move forward in a Mool Trikon sign and going to do very good. Look at Saturn, the seventh house lord. All the problem from your wife, all the problem from your in-laws, everything is going to be solved during this period. So very, very good time for Cancer ascendant. Moving on to November 6th, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Look at Mercury, the owner of the 12th house, in the 5th house of education, the owner of another third house in the house of, communicate, in the house of education. So what does this mean? Short distance journey and long distance journey. Anything that is pending in terms of education, in terms of higher learning, in terms of training, in terms of starting something up, in terms of registering a company, in terms of love life, in terms of going to meet for marriage, in terms of marriage proposal, everything is going to be working in your favor. It is going to be working in absolute favor of you, because from here, after Mercury enters Scorpio, Rohiji, this is the time your communication skills becomes very, very good and convincing power becomes very good. So those who are messaging me and telling me that my boyfriend is not talking to me, I don't know how will I get married or no, very good time. Now this is the time that your energy will say that okay, let's go and let's make a decision. On the other hand, Rohiji, November 16th, Mars will enter into Scorpio. And that same time, 17th November, Sun will also enter into Scorpio. So there will be a stellium. There will be three planets, triple threat match in the which house? Fifth house. Now this is the time when everything you have taken step ahead, and now you will be confused. There can be quarrels, there can be problems, there can be second thoughts, there can be doubts. Do not doubt yourself during this period. See, the energy of Sun and Mars is cruel energy. Do not be very hard on your kids also, and those who are in the old age, do not be very hard or very difficult on yourself, because somehow understand that you have been trying the best ever thing that you can. It is the time that is little bit of not favorable, and only 10 days, because later on Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, Rohit. And when Mercury enters into Sagittarius here, it aspects the 12th house. So many people of Cancer ascendant are going to be traveling back, either their home, either for a job in other country, either by quitting a job and coming back to the home country. But there is going to be a lot of travel for Cancer ascendant people in November 2023. Later on, in the end of the month, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Libra and in the fourth house, bringing extreme good luck for Cancer ascendant people, because this is the time where your inner peace will be restored. You will have lot of good inner peace gains, and gains. You can buy a new car. You can, all those people who are finalizing a house, yes, now that is going to be done. All those people who were wanting to meet their mother or go to their mother country or land during this period, all the energies are aligned for your benefit and for your favor. So make the most out of it, because in simple words, for Cancer ascendant people, this month is extravagant. You will have extravagant luck that you did not even imagine or can't even imagine. How and what kind of luck comes and now stays on you in this month. So amazing, Rohiji. It's going to be amazing time for Cancer ascendant people in 2023 of November.
Amazing time, and we want your coming year 2024 to be more amazing. And how things got amazing? When you plan things in advance. So this is why the AC Astro team has designed a package for you: 2024 yearly horoscope analysis. You can sit with Akashji on video consultation as we are sitting both right now, and just ask the questions regarding 2024, your plans, what you want to do. Then Akashji will tell you, do this in this month or don't do these things in this month. So right planning, right results. So this is the opportunity. Send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below, and you will have a plan 2024 with Akashji.
Yes, Rohiji. Moving on to Leo ascendant. Very, very good. So here, in a very good way, let's talk about the beginning of the month. The beginning of the month, Rahu must have entered in Pisces and Ketu entered Virgo. Now, for those people who have this return, extremely transformative period for you, will transform like crazy. Money pours in. You will have some sudden source of money that you can't even express, or how there could have been a legal trouble around your life during this period, because or some kind of obstacle in your career or somewhere during this transit. But now, since it has transited, everything comes to play. You are going to be in power again. Especially, the best thing that is required during this time is the energy of you to accept transformation. Some people avoid it. Like Roji, when I stopped, I was an alcoholic. I stopped drinking. It was very difficult for my friends to or my family to accept that. Oh, you stopped it. Are you sure you stopped it? Come on, accept. I have accepted it, that I have to change, and I changed for sure. Now it is, let people also, if people do not think that you cannot change, and that is their problem, but you accept in yourself. Don't be very hard on yourself. Say that yes, I'm going to do this, and no one else is there in this world who can tell me this and that. Let them think whatever they want. Some people will say that, oh, this is just 10 days, then you will again start. And let them say, you have to transform now. This is what Leo ascendant should do. In a very, very good, very auspicious manner, Venus is going to be transiting into your second house, on 3rd of November. And this is the time when Venus, the lord of your third house of your communication and lord of your 10th house, is in the second house of money. So there will be good saving opportunities during this period, because money is going to come to you, man. So money, how will you save? Immediately save it in long term plan. Immediately save the money in long term. Forget the money you earned during this period. That is what is important. After that, Saturn, the third good news is Saturn turns direct in the seventh house. All the problems in relationships, all the problems, all the obstacles in relationships, all the problems in partnerships, all the things that were not moving forward in partnerships, everything will start moving forward, because you must have got a time to repair everything. And now Saturn is in full power, saying that, okay, let it come. I will drive this ahead. Later on, Mercury on November 6th enters into Scorpio. Now, this is the time when the planet, the Lord of the second house and the Lord of the 11th house, will enter the fourth house of inner peace. Now, remember, this is the time there are two or three things happen. If you're going through a bad period, you will get some bad news from your native place. But if you're going through a good period, then you will get some good news from your native place, and extreme luck can follow you. Buying of property, buying of vehicle, buying of some kind of luxury items, traveling, traveling abroad can be possible during. A lot of travel is seen for Leo ascendant people. Lot of travel during this period. So be careful in traveling. Make sure you do not spend too much money, and make sure that if there is any kind of thing that you need to take care on your house, in your place, in that terms to beautification or that terms to repair, do it immediately. After that, Rohit, later, second half of the month, Mars will enter into Scorpio on 16th of November, and Mars is the Yoga Karka planet coming to its own house. Rohit, it's very, very good. If there is 100% plan of buying property or buying a car, close your eyes and buy it because you will be able to make it. And later on, Rohitji, Sun will enter into Scorpio. So Sun also comes in the third house. So there is going to be three big planets: the Lagna Lord, the Yoga Karka Lord, and the Money Lord in the fourth house. So there is going to be extreme money that you're going to be making with your own effort, with the help of your from your home country, with the help of your fourth house is your mother, with the help of your basically inner peace is going to be restored, but little bit careful because Sun and Mars both are the planets of cruel planets. That means they are very difficult planets. They're malefics. So here it can create a lot of ego problems, a lot of problems in your work area also. Look at them aspecting the 10th house. So be careful. Do not come in so much ego that you have money so you can do anything. No, just chill and relax. Moving on to November 27th, this three planets conjunction will break and Mercury will move into the next house, that is the fifth house of creativity, fifth house of education, fifth house of luck. And here, the luck, especially the best part of Mercury moving here, is Mercury aspecting the 11th house of luck, of gains, of higher goals. Every higher goal of yours will be achieved. You will have a beautiful breakthrough during this period. Later on, 30th of November, Venus will enter into Libra. That is the third house. Your courage will become very high. Your communication becomes very, very good. And your career also takes a new turn. Very good position. Very beautiful. Leo ascendant. So just November of 2023 is the tapasya. It's the result of all years' hard work. That is you're going to get. Amazing. Do not spend, do not waste money because money is going to come. Do not waste money. See, Ketu is there. You will get a lot of money and then you will later get detached from it that okay, there's so much money. But later on, this Ketu will move. So remember that you need to save it for long term planning during this period. And for Leo ascendant people, it is going to be amazing. I hope that you have a very wonderful 2023 November and do share your feedback and subscribe so that you can be a part of our family.
Amazing November for Leo people. So you want your 2024 to be more amazing? See, this is October. We are making this video to plan your November. So this is a package what we launched before 2024. So in November, December, you take the consultation and you specially plan your 2024. So this is the time when you can sit with Akashji on video consultation and plan your 2024, have your questions regarding 2024, what I can do or not to do, going abroad or studies or business, anything, and plan with Akashji. And we wish you the happy 2024. Send your details on the mail ID on the WhatsApp number and team will contact you and you will have a video consultation.
Thank you, Rohitji. Moving on to Virgo ascendant. So for Virgo ascendant people, see the Lagna. The Lagna is now being occupied. The house of Mercury is now being occupied by Ketu, and there is on the axis, on the other seventh axis, there is Rahu in the seventh house. In some cases here, many people are saying, or many research says that relationship will be a problem. But I feel that in this time when Rahu enters the seventh house, in the nakshatra of Revati, in the Mercury is the lord of that nakshatra, who's the Lagna lord, as well as Mercury. On the other hand, this is nakshatra is ruled by Lord Pushan Devta, who is supposed to be very beautiful deity. What he rules, Rohiji, he rules nourishment, he nurturing, so he will be nurturing the relationship. So you can expect very, very good, beautiful things. Ketu in the first house, yes, it is going to delay your decisions or decision making power. Or you can come into illusion of making decisions in a wrong way. So make sure that you use or you try the spiritual route to make a decision. And honestly, open a book of Quran, a page of Quran, open a page of Bhagavad Gita, open a page of Bible. You will get your answer right there, whatever you are looking for. You just need to find it and take that kind of route during this time to make decisions. On the other hand, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Virgo and create a conjunction. It is not going to create a conjunction when it enters because Ketu is at a very far degree because it has come from the third house to second house, and Venus has come from the 12th house to the first house. So there is a lot of gap. But around 20th, 2021st, they will make a very close conjunction, and during that time, you have to be careful from 20th of November till 30th of November that do not take any big major decision in luxury. Do not try to spend very big amount of money in luxury because it can be of no use to you. November 4th, the thing that you've been waiting for so long, and that is your career, that is your workplace, that is your goals, that is your daily routine, it is not in the right shape because Saturn has a lot of introvert energy during this period. Now it is going to be direct again because it was retrograde. Once it turns direct, all your problems, that your court cases date, your problem in your workplace harassment, everything stops. Court cases, you start getting good results. Any enemies who's trying to trouble will now not be able to trouble you. In fact, any workplace related thing that you feel that workplace problem, good during this period. Remember, when Saturn becomes uh, direct, you will get some good news from your maternal grandmother, grandfather. There can be some good news, either you will be visiting them, either they will be coming to you. So extremely good time for you. On the other hand, Rohitji, later second half of the month, no, before that, Mercury will enter into Scorpio, Rohitji, and Scorpio is the third house here, and Lagna Lord in the third house. So your communication becomes very effective, but because it is the house ruled by Mars, and Mars is in very close conjunction and supposed to travel there together, your communication can be very harsh also. So do not make harsh communication. Make sure that your communication is direct and communication is focused rather than making harsh communication and troubling yourself. Here, later second half of the month, Rohitji, there is going to be conjunction of Mercury, conjunction of the Sun, and conjunction of Mars, all three in the third house. Because 16th, Mars enters Scorpio, it's the own house, very good. And later, what you say, Sun enters Scorpio the next day, 17th November. Now look at Sun, the 12th house lord. Look at Mars, the 8th house lord. What does this mean in the third house? That because of your stupid action or courage or the problem, or some take some kind of courageous decision which can create loss also to you and hurt also to you. So do not make any such decision because it is very evident, right? The lord of the two houses, the Dushtanas are in the third house. Again, this is not a very pleasant house to be, where you will have to put extreme hard work in something. Do not withdraw your energy from putting hard work because you are supposed to gain, and that is how the whole month is what you say, designed for you. As soon as this happens and you have to put extreme hard work to achieve something, to do short distance journeys, to do things with your siblings, to do things with your neighbor, you have to put extreme hard work, and then later this hard work will be converted into blessing because the Lagna Lord comes into the fourth house, in the Kendra house, Rohitji. In some books it says that when Lagna Lord comes into the Kendra, and it is Lagna Lord is the owner of both the quadrants, then it becomes a Raja Yoga. So a Raj Yoga is formed here for you, and you're going to be achieving great success in your career, great success in terms of your family life, in your life at your home, and so many good things that all come with the fourth house. That is house, that is vehicle, everything can come to you. And those who are looking for a job, if you during this period, you will be so much in power that you can crack any interview. Saturn is also become direct, so you will not be able to uh, you know lose a competition. So very very good. After that, November 30th, this is the time of your hard work. All the hard work that you were doing this month, Venus will come into the second house and say, okay, tell me, what do you want? I am here to give you, because this is the Lord of the destiny also. This is the Lord of the money also. So money and destiny both are ruled by Venus here in this chart. So it is going to be amazing time for you. I'm so glad and happy that I had the opportunity to give you good news for November of 2023, because I feel a part of your journey. And same way, if you subscribe and do want to be with us, it is going to be very amazing, like how your month of November is.
Hard work is important to achieve anything, but when you mix up the plan with hard work, then it generates more good result and accurate results. So we are here with a package of 2024 yearly horoscope analysis by Akash ji. You can plan your 2024 so your hard work can give you a best and accurate results. So send your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number. Sit with Akash ji on video consultation, have a consultation, and plan your 2024 and have a fruit of your hard work.
Zero G. Yes, moving on to Libra. For
Libra.
Libra ascendant piece, Libra. For Libra ascendant people, Rohitji, here, let's see how the month starts. Month starts with Rahu and Ketu transiting into the 12th house and into the 6th house. Very good places for Rahu and Ketu. People are trying to scare you, this will happen, that will happen. But understand, the biggest thing that happens is both are into the house of Dushtana. That means this place is where they give you very good results. In the beginning of the month, all the competitions, all the enemies that were trying to trouble you, they are going to be forced off from your life. Same way in your workplace, if you were under some harassment or some problems, or there was no growth pattern, here you will find growth pattern. Your daily routine is in your hand. You have to bring it back to balance. Number one remedy for people who have Rahu in the 6th house at this moment. Number one is to make sure this place of your sleep, wherever you sleep, make sure that is very tidy. You know why? Because Rohitji, Rahu loves the place of sleep, and that is where it disturbs the most illusion, right? Same way, Ketu is a part of Rahu and sitting in the 12th house, so that is your bed. If you don't have a spiritual connection with your bed and make sure whenever you get up, you make the bed, you're going to have a whole day in problem and you'll not have very good sleep in the night. So, make the number one thing is to make your bed during this period. Later on, Rohitji, Rahu and Ketu transit gives you very good results. Ketu will give you spirituality, a path to spirituality. It will take you to open new doors for you. You will become more humble. You will be. This is the best time to sit down, close your eyes, and do sadhana. Go inside yourself and ask yourself who you are, where are you from, and what have you come to do in this universe. You have to find a purpose in life, and that will come only from yourself, from your inside you. Moving on, Rohitji, November 3rd, Venus will enter into Virgo. That means the Lagna Lord is in the 12th house. Here, it is not a very good, pleasant time, Rohitji, for a Lagna Lord to be in the 12th house. It means that there will be lot of introspection, lot of introvertness, lot of sadness, lot of loneliness that can come to you because a planet like Venus in the 12th house is not comfortable at all. So make sure to be little bit outwards, go outward, talk to people, make friends, and be share your thoughts. If not, share your thoughts with us, subscribe and just write below. That you can do. But share your thoughts during this period. And Venus here in the 12th house can also signify that some kind of problem in your health. So be careful during this period. You do not want to be sick because Sun, your 11th house Lord, is also debilitated, which is 6th from the 6th. If you count 11th house, that is 6th from the 6th, and it is a house of disease also, small diseases. And the Lord is debilitated, so you can have some kind of problems in your health. You will feel less motivated during this period. But Rahu is here, man, to motivate you. A single planet who will make sure that you are in power, your fire behind you. Later on November 4th, Saturn will turn direct in Aquarius, which have you been waiting for. 5th house Lord. It's a Yoga Karka planet. It is the planet that rules money for you, and it was completely into retrograde motion, telling you to repair this house and go through all the mistakes that you've done in the past. Now, this is the time to act on your mistakes and make them right and achieve what you really deserve. Very, very good time for Saturn becoming direct and putting this energy in the straightforward. All the people, education, all the people related to personal interest, creativity, love life, marriage, engagement, kids, everything is now clear. Just go for it without even asking anyone. Go for it. You will do very good. Later on, Rohitji, Mercury will enter into Scorpio on 6th of November. Now, Mercury entry Scorpio. Look at here. Mercury rules the ninth house of your destiny and the 12th house and second house. So there will be some expenses or some investment that you will do in a foreign country or for a long distance journey. For Libra ascendant people, if you're going through a long distance journey or you're planning some kind of long distance journey to meet your parents, to for dharma, for some kind of pilgrimage, for some kind of spirituality, for some kind of retreat, comment below and let us know because yes, it is going to happen for you during this period after 6th of November. Later on, 16th of November and 17th of November, major things happening, Rohitji. Look at the chart. Sun Mars and Mercury all will be in the third house from 16th till 27th. And this is the time, Rohitji, when see the Lagna Lord, the 11th house Lord is in the second house, gives you gains. The second house Lord is in the second house, promises that gains that yes, it is going to happen. And the Lord of your ninth house, that is your destiny Lord, is again in the second house, gives guarantees that gains are going to come for you, money is going to come for you. And what you have to do with this money, remember the lord of the ninth house is also the lord of the 12th house. You do not have to spend the money because Ketu is sitting there and it will give you advice to spend. No, you have to save and invest this money for a long term period. Aggressively and egoistically, you can save the money. That okay, I want to buy this car, I will show this person that I have this car. No, why? Nothing. You are going to get money, man. Your goals are going to be achieved. Look at Saturn. Saturn is also in going in direct motion in the fifth house. The most auspicious house in a chart is the fifth house. Your love life will take a new angle. Maybe you will fall in love again with someone. So, if married people, stay, beware. Your Lagna Lord is in the first house. Saturn is in the Lagna Lord will enter into the first house later in the month. So, there will be some meeting, some kind of romantic encounter can happen. Luigi, November 27th, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. And Mercury, the Lord of the ninth and the 12th house, coming in the third house, give long distance communication during this period. And this communication will be extremely fruitful. Those who are trying to communicate or make connections in foreign countries, extremely best period for you. Dharma wise, spirituality wise, great period for you. Doing something, starting something of your own. Great month, November 2023. In simple words, amazing, extravagant, more larger than life is what November 2023 will be for you. Overall, after the last date of November 30th, you see Venus will enter into Libra. And here comes in the first house in the Lagna. So that means you are completely restored and balanced now. You will have a very straight approach to yourself as well as other people. It is an extremely beautiful time for Libra ascendant people. Make sure you do not make any wrong mistakes coming in impulsiveness, because Mars is in the second house in the house of impulsiveness, and it is a marak also for you, so you have to take care of your health also, right? But Venus in the end of the month comes and restores your health as well. So all the best, Libra ascendant people. I give you full power, and it is larger than life. November is larger than life for you. So have a great November.
November is larger than life, then what about 2024? That will be also like this, but for you, you have to plan this 2024 yearly horoscope analysis. Just sit with Akash on video consultation, send your details on the mail ID and WhatsApp, and you will have a larger than life 2024. Best of luck.
Yes, Rohitji. Moving forward to
Scorpio.
Scorpio ascendant. Lagna Lord is very soon coming to the Lagna, so very good time for them, but not a very pleasant time in terms of Sun being in the 12th house and being debilitated in the beginning of the month. So, beginning of the month starts with Sun debilitated in your seventh house or in your 12th house, but and with the good news that Rahu and Ketu take the places. Rahu comes to the fifth house and Ketu comes to the 11th house, Rohitji. Now, Rahu coming to the fifth house will create many entrepreneurs during this period, and they will be from Scorpio ascendant. They will be people who are starting new things. Their creativity will be at seventh sky. They will be completely behind, mad in love, obsessive in love with someone. They can get into marriage. Those people who are not supposed to get progeny or progeny in terms of getting children born, conceiving, everything is good for you. Those who are trying to go into higher education or some very unorthodox kind of education that is not connected to their work or to their current situation, is going to be very good for you, Rohitji. It is going to be amazing for people with aspect of Rahu and Ketu. Ketu in the 11th house will make you a little bit introvert during this period. You will not be indulging too much in your social life, and suddenly you must have started cutting ties with your friends, and mostly now focusing very clearly on your life and life path and goals, and you'll be making good goals for 2024 and so many new things. On that same time, Ruiji, the Lord of your the seventh house and the Lord of the 12th house comes in the 11th house. So there is going to be very good gains or time for gains from partnerships from a foreign country or maybe from your wife. So that gains cannot always be money. That gains can be happiness also. But someone from a foreign country, or some, or your wife or spouse, or your husband, will be able to fulfill some kind of goal that you were trying to achieve, or maybe they will give you extreme, what you say, extreme support during this period. Later on, the best thing that is going to happen to Scorpio ascendant people is Saturn turns direct in Aquarius on 4th of November, Rohit. See, in the fourth house, Rohit, fourth house is a very difficult house where your inner peace is disturbed. You don't know what decisions to make. You don't know what is happening in your career. You don't know what is happening to your health. You don't know what is happening, in your confidence. Why? Because of the aspects of Saturn. When Saturns get debilitated, or when Saturn get retrograde, Rohit, the aspects start withdrawing the energy. It does not go backward, it just starts withdrawing the energy from the house, from the houses, that aspects, that is the sixth house, the 10th house, and the first house. These are the three aspects of Saturn here, Rohit. Now it is a very good period, again, in a way that all your inner peace is going to be restored. Your real estate work is going to happen. Your work related to your what you say, Rohit, a car, buying a car, or buying some kind of, doing some kind of renovation at your home, and so many good things are going to be in your favor. In terms of mother and motherly love, it is a very good time. But because Saturn is an introvert planet, right, Rohit, it is a very cold planet. It will keep you at home during this period. So you will be, because of Ketu and Saturn's energy in this chart, you can get into a little bit of isolation during this month. But overall, Rohitji, after that, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Very good. Mercury comes to the first house, the ascendant. And what is Mercury doing here, Rohitji? It is in the eighth house lord and the 11th house. That means it rules little bit of your sudden events and inheritance, as well as the 11th house. So those who are waiting for inheritance, now you will get some inheritance from your partnerships, and that inheritance can be in terms of, Rohitji, your what you say. mm, Dividends and money that you earned in your partnership. Now this is the time you will say, okay, it's end of the month, let's just decide what kind of money you're going to give it to me. So amazing period for you. Moving on, Rohitji, after that, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Now look at Mercury. Mercury enters into Scorpio later than November 16th, Rohitji. There is going to be another transit where Mars will enter into Scorpio in the own house. And secondly, this guy, Sun will also enter into Scorpio, ending its debilitated position. And both come in Lagna. So here you become very fierce. There are three planets in Lagna now. There is Sun, there is Mars, there is Mercury. So your intelligence is at good place, your Mars, your impulsiveness is at good place, and your ego, your self-respect is at good place. But do not exploit it. Make sure that it is at good place only, not goes into very deep dark place that you will exploit it, and that exploitation can turn into disaster for you. So make sure that during this period, hold on to your horses. Do not let your mind, or your ego rule over your situations. Take a practical approach in your career, especially take a practical approach in your career. In your inheritances, take your practical approach. In your partnership outcome, because see, all the three planets will be looking at your seventh house. Later on, Mercury tells you, okay, you know what, now this gains was promised, now I will give you that money in your bank account. And that will happen on November 27, 2023, when Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. Here, Mercury says that now this is the time that I promised that you got gains. You got gains. Now that money is not come to your bank account, I will put it in your bank account. And here you have to use this money for long-term planning. Okay. And the end of the month, when we see what happens is Venus will enter into Libra, into the seventh house, into the 12th house, in the seventh Rashi. What does this mean, Rohitji? It means that this is the time you have to be very careful. Especially be careful about your partnerships. Especially be careful about you being cheated by your partners. Especially be careful about you getting into some kind of rift or some kind of hospital scenario that you have to go there. You have to even take care of the health of your partner, because the seventh house lord has gone in the 12th house. So can be trouble. But on the other hand, spirituality, you will turn spiritual after 30th of November. It's going to be very spiritual time for you. You will say that you will take the name of God, Lord, and you will be extravagant during this period. A great, brave effort you're going to make. Some brave effort, Scorpio ascendant, you're going to make in your career and in terms of your home life. This is the keyword, the great effort for your home and your career you're going to do during the month of November, and going to achieve something extravagant, very, very good. It is a very auspicious time has come up. Very good. All the best for Scorpio ascendant people. Rohit.
All the best for Scorpio ascendant people, and more good results, more auspiciousness can come for 2024 also if you go for this package. We have planned for the all family members of AC Astro, so you can plan your 2024 sitting with Akash Ji on video consultation, and auspiciousness will knock at your door. So just send your details on the mail ID at the WhatsApp number given below, and you will have a video consultation, especially regarding 2024 with Akash Ji.
Thank you, Rohit. Now moving on to Sagittarius. Look here. Sagittarius ascendant people. Rahu and Ketu will be in your quadrants, in your kendras, and that is going to be the fourth and the 10th place. Rahu in the fourth place is extremely good. 30th October, your time starts. Rahu comes here. The best thing, Rohitji, that is going to happen for Sagittarius is that Rahu will start and will clear out all the problems that was happening through enemies, through family enemies, in terms of property or in terms of any kind of thing related to inheritance kind of activity. If your mother's property or anything which you were supposed to get during this period, or which you were supposed to you were supposed to get some gains from the mother, that can be emotional gain also, monetary gain also, any kind of gain is going to take place during this period. If we move into a little bit of detail, Ketu is in the 10th house, Rohitji. Here it is not a very pleasant place for Ketu to be, because it gives you detachment from wherever it stays. Here it will give you detachment from your work area, from your workplace. And this detachment will not be very pleasant. There can be some instances where you will feel very, very much detached with the work you're doing, and you'll say that I am not meant to do this. But this is how Ketu's energy needs to be tackled, with a lot of patience and a lot of introvertness. Keep all your emotions, keep all your talks to your own heart. Do not communicate with some kind of friend or colleague, because they will use it in terms of exploiting you, in terms of getting over your getting over this weakness of yours. Be careful. Do not share your secrets with others during this month. November 3, the Lord of your luck, luck in the sense what we say, the Lord of luxury and the Lord of gains is going to be coming into your 10th house. So there can be very good gains that you can achieve from your career, from your professional life. And that all will happen when you shut your mouth and keep quiet and just do your work. Do not criticize your work. Do not criticize any kind of bosses. Everyone wants to, kill you and move forward. That is the real life. There is no friend. Everyone in this life will try to kill you and move forward. So just be very quiet, and during this time make the energy of Venus very, very positive, and there is going to be gains, there is going to be status, higher status coming to you. So hope for the best from your work area. 110% Sagittarius ascendant work area, there is going to be big change in your life. November 4th, the thing that you've been waiting for, and because of your communication problem, because of written mail that you did and had a lot of trouble, because of your siblings are not going very well with you. Same way your neighborhood thinks you're stupid. This is all going to end, and somehow Saturn turning direct in Sagittarius will give you extreme happiness in terms of communication. You will be communicating so well, you'll be communicating in an articulated way, you'll be communicating with so much importance that will bring you more and more energy, like more and more confidence will be at peak. Your willpower will be at peak during this period. November 6th, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Now, here, Scorpio is the 12th house, and Mercury is again the ruler of two quadrants, that is the 7th house and the 10th house. So you have to be careful in terms of your relationship and career. Whatever is coming to you, 12th house is the house of secrecy. Be quiet. The Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, number one word for November is be quiet. Do not get excited over small things. You are meant to do bigger things in life. Do not get excited. Just be relaxed. Just be shant. Just be chill, because you cannot get into the zone of, because your enemies, what happens when Mercury goes here, your enemies, that is from your workplace, that is from your partnership, will notice your happiness and will try to attack you, and you will go through losses. So we do not want to go through losses. The best loss that we can do is the loss of time. So devote your time towards spirituality, devote your time towards some kind of pious work that will give you more and more happiness here. Then November 16, Mars will enter into Scorpio, and the same day, the next day, Sun will enter into Scorpio. So there is going to be conjunction of Mars, Sun, and Mercury in Scorpio. And later on, first we will see the 12th house. The 12th house is becoming too crowded, too fierce, and two malefics are coming and sitting in the 12th house, where the 12th house is owned by Mars. Mars will try to control all the expenses that you're going through, but expenses will be there. Expenses are promised during this period. There will be expenses, and that expenses can be mostly on travel for you. Expenses can be mostly on spiritual pursuits. Expenses can be mostly on hospitals or medicines. Expenses can be on legal trouble. So you have to be careful in all these areas in your life when these planets are here. After that, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, in the Lagna. Mercury. Look at the Kendra Lord in the Kendra. In the Kendra and Trikona, both the places, Lagna. Here it is going to give you a boost in your confidence, in your career, in your relationships, in your partnerships. You're going to be making some kind of valid points that will give you a very bigger place in all these kind of areas. So it is going to be good and wonderful. So no tension at all. Luigi, after that, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, and later Venus will enter into Libra. And where? In the 11th house. So, your career wise, whatever growth was promised to you, now it is the time for what, Rohit? It is the time to gain out of that growth. It is the time to now make it public. You were quiet for a time, right? Very good. Now it is the time for making it public. That okay, you know what? I am promoted now. I am doing this. This is the time after 30th of November, open your mouth. But before that, be quiet, because you are going to get high status. Your company or the people or the partnerships or anything that you create during this period will give you big success. So Sagittarius ascendant people, amazing time for you, extravagant time for you. The only bigger name, the bigger word for you during this month is finger on your lips. In teacher used to tell us when we were young, finger on your lips. That means everyone be quiet. Do not share your happiness with other people, because it will not be happiness for them. It will be jealousy. Okay. So I hope that this month gives you great success, and you comment below and subscribe and let us know, man.
For Sagittarius people, do not share your happiness, but we are sharing one happiness with you. That is our happy 2024 yearly horoscope analysis package. That is for all people, those who want to plan 2024 just before the start of year. They want to know. Actually, astrology is all about this, to know everything before it starts and then plan according to your planets. So this is how we bring this package for you. You have just to send your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number, and you will have a video consultation, one-on-one consultation with Akashji to plan 2024.
Ji Rohit ji, moving on to Capricorn ascendant. Now Capricorn ascendant, look at the placements, beautiful placements. The Lagna Lord was retrograde, but Rahu Ketu were transiting. So before the month started, 30th, Rahu and Ketu has transited. And where it is transited? In the third house, Rahu has come into the house of communication, and Ketu has come into the ninth house of your dharma. What happens, Luigi, when Rahu comes into the third house? You become Virat Kohli. You become something very, very powerful. You become something that has a lot of aggressive energy. You become someone that energy is not able to channelize in the right way. So here, channelizing your energy in the right way is very good, because this is the time to pursue your personal interests. You say, I am working 9 to 5 job, but I have 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock in the night free. What do? I need to pursue 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5 hours a day my personal interest and start something new. Everything, Rohitji, today in today's world is very accessible. If you see, Rohitji, you have phones, you have all these kind of stuff, man, websites. Nowadays, everything is ready-made templates and so many things. So it means that this is the time to look and go inside yourself and ask what kind of talent or what kind of personal things you want, you have to achieve, because Rahu, as soon as you start working on your personal things, Rahu will let you achieve it, and this is extremely benefit for you. Now, on the other hand, November 3rd, Venus will get enter into the ninth house, and ninth house Ketu is sitting, right? We forgot Ketu. Ketu is the planet of dharma. So here your dharma and your karma are now connected. You will be suddenly become very extremely spiritual, very introvertly spiritual. You will not tell the whole world that I am doing this, but somehow you'll be doing some kind of sadhana, and that sadhana can be also work for other people. Where Venus comes and conjuncts here, that means there will be some kind of good news in terms of your destiny. See here, Capricorn ascendant, Venus rules your fifth house and your 10th house, which are very good houses. Fifth house is the house of luck. Luck from the luck, like luck between luck is fifth house, and the 10th house is the house of career. So there is going to be luck working in your money, in your career, in your love life, in your children. If you are also planning to get another children or second child, very good. Fifth from the fifth, second child. That is going to be very auspicious for you. November 3rd, Venus. After Venus enters Virgo, it is the time of Saturn to turn direct into Aquarius. That happens on November 4th. And see the second house, your problem with money, your problem with no savings, your problem with the return of your investments, your problem with all the money related items now gets solved, and your path will become very clear where, how to invest, what to invest, who will help us, who will not help us, how will family. This is the time you were very close to your family. You were trying to make good things for your family. Now you will get good results in terms of uh, you know uh, making long-term goals, financial goals. Finance is going to come for sure, man. Lagna lord in the second house is going to give you finances. Always, this is the principle. Whenever one house lord is in the second house lord, from there, from its house, main house, it gives you money. So you're going to get money during this period. So travel is there, money is there, many things are there for you. Later on, Rohitji, Saturn will turn, after Saturn turns direct, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Look in the 11th house. So again, gains are promised, Rohitji. Gains are promised here because your destiny lord and the lord of your sixth house, the lord of both the houses, say sixth house, the house of workplace, and the house of destiny, comes into the 11th house of gains. So gains are also promised during this period, but make sure to keep these gains in a way where you do not want to exploit your own self. You will, when money comes, we do not think about it. We think, oh wow, money has come, let's buy this, let's buy that, let's do this. But we do not plan for the future. We have to plan for the future during this period, otherwise there will be trouble. Moving on, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Scorpio and Sun will enter into Scorpio on 16th and 17th of November. Here, the fifth house lord, the eighth house lord comes in the 11th house. There is going to be gains suddenly from your in-laws or from inheritance or from some kind of property. So keep a close eye, and especially the lord of gains is in the house of gains. That means your goal, some of your goal will be completed and you will be rewarded during this period. So do not worry about your goal which has not completed. It is going to happen for you during this period. So be very positive. But because the three planets, Mercury, Sun, and Mars, will be in the 11th house, there will be trouble related to, friend circle. You can be very aggressive, or you can mm, not be very pleasant with your friends during this period. Be careful. Do not harm them. No friends are bad. It is just the time that is bad. So you can have some kind of issues with your friends. Just hold your hostage. Do not do any kind of thing here with your friends. Later, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius, Rohitji, and that is the 12th house here. Foreign, long distance journey. There will be comfort in foreign lands. There'll be some kind of, but you have to be careful. 12th house is the house of diseases also, and the sixth house lord is going to the 12th house. So there can be some health problems in a foreign country. So beware. Take care of your health. Make sure if you don't have insurance going to a foreign country, buy health insurance. Buy all those things. Otherwise, you will come into a big trouble, and no one will be able to save you there. So some extra money will be with, your safety will be first to do that. Later on, Venus enters into Libra and enters into the 10th house of your career. Your career will be blooming, booming during this period. Money will be following, career will be booming. In short, Capricorn ascendant people, this is the time for you to make sure that your money, whatever your gains is happening. So a lot of gains is happening. Your second house is going to be Saturn direct. Your fifth house lord is going into the 10th house. The 11th house is getting occupied by the 11th house lord. So all the gain houses are actually booming here. So your life will be booming here, booming. Your life will be in a very big swing. So just take care of your health during this month and go for it. You're going to be amazing, amazing, and amazing.
So, everything about Capricorn is to take care of health, rest, everything is fine. So, wish you best of luck and wish you best of luck for this package also. This is for all family members of ACS Astro Yearly Horoscope Analysis. This is a plan to give a good start to ACS to family members. Just sit with Akashji on video consultation with your birth chart, and then you have a planned 2024. Before you step into the new year, you have all the details regarding in what month what I have to do or not to do. So send your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number given below, and you will have a video consultation with Akashji.
Moving on to Aquarius ascendant, Rohitji. Now, for Aquarius ascendant, we can see Saturn is in the Lagna. And before Saturn becomes direct, Rohitji, there are two major transits that is happening. First is Rahu and Ketu, and second is Venus. Now, Rahu and Ketu, Rohitji, here, look at the axis. Rahu is in the second house, Ketu is in the eighth house. Ketu here is very, very extremely good. This is the time Aquarius ascendant people will be. Now, the emptiness will be completed with wisdom for them. Ketu here gives lot of mystic science wisdom, lot of wisdom related to intuition, lot of wisdom that can bring, clarity for your life path, spirituality at the higher level. Very good, very, very good. It is the house of secrets, so very secretly you will be pursuing spirituality during this period. On the other hand, Rahu in the second house is going to be extrovert money maker during this period. He's going to be making money, and people will be able to see it that, oh, this guy is making money. So be careful. Do not open your mouth all places and do not say that I'm making money, I'm making money. No, just be careful, because nazar dosh. People will look at you. Evil eye can happen, and there will be a lot of trouble. Your speech will be extremely, extremely convincing during this period. You will be able to convince anyone. You will be able to manipulate anyone, but do it for the right cause. Here, Rohitji, those who are into business of anything related to insurance or finance, very good time for them. Realtor, very good time for them. November 3rd, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Virgo. Look, Venus is entering into the house of Ketu, where Ketu is sitting, and the house of Mercury. Mercury owns this house. Now, what happens when it is a very good house for Venus, because Venus is the friend of Mercury, and very creatively they combine with each other. When this comes, there can be some secret relationships, or can be some secret transactions between you, your wife, or your in-laws, or your family, or there can be secret transactions of inheritance. So be careful. Do not go into a lot of big speculative modes during this period, because Venus is the planet that will tell you to do expenses just for the sake of nothing, and that will be sudden up and down. That will be loss for you. So you know what? No beauty, what you say, treatments also during this time. Nothing at all. Be careful. Do not, no treatment, no operation, nothing. Everything that is scheduled next month, do not take it right now. There will be problem. As let Venus go from here. Later on, November 4th, your Lagna Lord, Lagna sitting in the Lagna, was retrograde. So your mind was not in your control. Everything that was happening was not according to your will. This time, your will also be in terms of your help you, and you will be able to get very good results from Saturn here. Saturn in this position, when it comes into direct motion in the Lagna and being Yoga Karka, it is going to enhance your life with four folds. Like your life will be enhanced completely in all aspects: health, wealth, relationship, everything is going to be very good. November 6th, Mercury will enter into Scorpio in the 10th house. So your career is seen here, right? So career, look at Mercury. Mercury is the owner of the 5th house. Mercury is the owner of the 8th house. So there is going to be some research based, some new higher education, or some kind of learning which will happen in your career, and that will give you growth. That will give you some kind of, maybe there will be some task that will be given to you for promotion, and you will do that and move to the next step. Later, 16th and 17th November, Mars will enter into Scorpio, Sun will enter into Scorpio. So your 10th house will be extremely crowded, but Mars coming here, very extremely good. The own house Lord coming in the own house means great success. In fact, the 7th house Lord coming into the 10th house tells you that there will be status, some big status, and there will be conjunction of three planets here, Sun, Mercury, and Mars, which also promises that you will be using your brain, aggressiveness, as well as your wisdom to move forward. But with this wisdom also comes ego, and that ego is, you know what, Sun. Sun is a very egoistic planet. So do not, destroy yourself with ego. Make sure that you are very patient and you are, relaxed. Otherwise, your ego will be destroying you. November 27th, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. Now, whatever work you have done in terms of, hard work in your 10th house, that is your career, this is the time to reap benefits out of it, get gains out of it. And there are two major indicators of gains here, Rohitji. Number one, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury going into the 11th house of gains, owning the 5th house. There is a relationship, 5th and 11th house. There is going to be gains. Secondly, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Libra on 30th of November. That means your destiny will be working for you. Even if you missed with 2 marks, you will still be able to get to the next level because your destiny, the Lord of Destiny, has been working for you. Here, Venus is extreme yoga karka. And when it comes to your 9th house, you can expect some kind of great miracles happening your way. Lagna Lord is in power. 9th house Lord is in the 9th house. 10th house Lord is in the 10th house. What else do you need, man? It is going to be larger than life for Aquarius ascendant people. Extremely big. Think big during this period because you can achieve greatness, and that is very, very extremely evident in your chart during this period.
Great placements of planets for Aquarius ascendant people, but what you know about yourself is important, but what you know about yourself before time is very important. So plan your 2024, know the placements of your planets in your horoscope, that how it is going to happen in 2024, when retrograde, when debiliated, what have to do, not to do, and these do's and don't. Who will tell you? Akashji. Sit with Akashji on video consultation and plan your 2024. Send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below, and you will have a consultation with Akashji. Team will contact you.
Moving on to Pisces ascendant, Rohitji. For Pisces ascendant here, again Rahu and Ketu will transit in the Lagna in the 7th house. So both the Kendras. Very good, Rohitji. Very good position for Rahu. Rahu enters Pisces, Ketu enters Virgo. And Rohitji, look at the Lagna. That means you yourself will be acting like Rahu, but with wisdom. Why? Because Rahu is sitting in the house of Jupiter. Whenever Rahu sits in the house of Jupiter, whenever Rahu will be sitting with the benefic, whenever Rahu will be sitting in a very good nakshatra, it will take the qualities of that nakshatra and add its wit and wisdom to it. So, Rohiji, Rahu is going to add all this kind of stuff to your personality. Very, very good for Pisces ascendant people. Moving on, Ketu will enter into Virgo in the 7th house. Relationship wise, you will become very introvert. You will become very quiet. There can be some kind of problem in your partnerships also. Like the problem will be mostly with you, not with the other person. You will become very quiet. You will have a little bit of fear that may this relationship not break, may this partnership not break. But what is right is right. You should stand up and talk about right things because other planets are in favor of you. So do not get scared. Whatever is right, just make a point, but do not fight. Venus will enter into Virgo, Rohiji, making a conjunction with Ketu. Not a very close conjunction right now, but after 20th of this month, very close conjunction. So here, Venus is the Lord of the 3rd house as well as Lord of the 8th house. So it tells you that there can be some ups and downs as well as extreme hard work that you have to put in relationships because this is coming in the house of relationship. So make sure that your relationships are not ignored during this period. Okay. In fact, this is the time that if you were promised some kind of promotion and XYZ, sorry, you will have to feel a little bit of bad during this period that you may not get it because of Ketu coming here. Because this house is the 10th from the 10th. So if you see status from a career, it is this house. But yes, after some time, I will tell you when you can expect something. Sun here is already making a Viparit Rajyog, but in debilitated position, so the Rajyog cancels, and that means there is no indications of good health and no indications of improving health at the moment. But later, Sun will move and it will give you. The best thing that is happening is Saturn turns direct in Aquarius, Rohitji. Now, Saturn turning direct in Aquarius is a very good thing because the 12th house is the house of, your mental problem. Like all the mental people in the world, go through the 12th house affliction. Otherwise, they do not get into this position. But Saturn is Yoga Karka. Saturn is Mool Trikon in the 11th house, in the 12th house. So it is in retrograde position, but it turns direct and it will turn all the things that were expenses which were not into your control, enemies or health which was not in your control, into control now. And it will try to give you the power to act on it. Later, Rohitji, Mercury will enter into Scorpio on November 6th. Rohitji in the ninth house in the Bhagyastan, and Mercury here rules beautiful two kendras. That is the two quadrants. That is the fourth and the seventh house. So, relationship wise, what problem you were facing in the beginning of the month, now you will be having a lot of power because the Lord is gone into that house of destiny. So, your luck will work for you. Anything related to rental income, anything related to rental agreement, anything related to new house, anything related to car, anything to rental car, everything, anything related to education, higher education, foreign journey, foreign education, anything that courage, personal interest, everything like this is favorable for you, is going to give you good results during this period. Moving on to November 16th and 17th, Rohitji, there is going to be a conjunction of Mars, Sun, and Mercury because all will be transiting into the Scorpio sign. Mars will be in the own house. Very good, Rohitji. Second house, Lord, in the ninth house. So gains, money is going to come your way, right? Through some higher learning or through father. Okay, these are the two things. Secondly, Sun, look at Sun, the sixth house lord in the ninth house. Here, your daily work and routine or your lifestyle will bring you luck. Thirdly, Mercury here, the lord of the Kendras in the ninth house, already giving you luck. So, very good. No problem. It is a lucky time. But Sun is a planet of ego. So, make sure during this period you do not have a lot of ego and a lot of, what you say, extra, don't become extra smart. That is what it means. Be grounded. Otherwise, this ego, this luck will turn into disaster because Sun and Mars, whenever they are together, they are both cruel planets. They are together, they will destroy your luck. But you have, when you behave, they will not destroy your luck. Later on, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius in the 10th house. This is very good. Kendra Lord in the Kendra. Again, this is kind of a Raj Yog. It is a very big Raj Yog. This means that there is going to be very good um, growth in your career during this period. Very, very extremely beautiful growth in your career. There can be some very big position that you can achieve or something that you were eyeing for a very long period. End of November gives you that hope and gives you that assurance that yes, you're going to get that position in your life. Those who are not getting a new job, close your eyes, you will get your new job because you are supposed to get your new job. You are supposed to be, winning the interview. Later on, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Libra, and that is the eighth house. Now, here, Rohitji, Venus rules two houses, that is the third house and the eighth house. They are not very pleasant houses. They are houses where you have to be careful about your health. Secondly, very careful about the health of your private organs. Do not make any illicit relationship with any kind of other person other than your wife or your husband or your partner because it can create trouble to you. Do not make any kind of commitment in terms of go out of your marriage and make commitment to other people because this will come back to you. Do not make any trouble or do not get in trouble with your siblings during this period. Younger siblings, it will be trouble. Do not make any major investment in terms of money. Do not put your money in some place because you will get money, that is evident, but do not put that money in some place which will not come back. Stay away from speculation. During this period, it is very good for you to do one thing, that is to work on your health. Work, run, health, do like a, go get your hair done, go get your grooming done, go get your beard done. I also get have to get it done. Go all this, do all this kind of luxury items. Make sure that you go deep inside you and start feeling very beautiful. That is what you can do, but do not make any major decisions. Yes, driving very carefully. I know Venus is going into the own house, but this house is not a very good, pleasant house for Venus to be in. It is the third. It will give you obstacles, hardships. It will test your courage. So do not make any kind of major decisions. But in the overall situation, why Rahu is the winner here, man. It is in your lagna. You are going to be driving like what do I say, Rohit? It's going to be like craziness. Like you'll have so much energy and power that no one will be able to face you during this period. Thank you so much, Pisces Ascendant, and everyone who watched this video. I would like to tell you that do subscribe so that it adds a little bit of effort. See, 1 hour 29 minutes and more. I have non-stop. I was talking, which is also the fact that Rahu is coming to my eighth house. So I am here for service, man. Let's do a lot of service and hope November becomes a very beautiful, extra, extra lucky month for all the ascendants and especially Pisces ascendant. Thank you so much for this.
Wish you very happy and lucky month, November 2023. But we want to wish you a happy new year. That means a happy 2024. I was reading some a big, a big person from America. He wrote that if you give me a 1 hour to do some work, I will plan for 55 minutes and do that work in 5 minutes. So planning is so important. So plan your 2020 yearly horoscope and plan your every minute, every day from Jan to December. Sit with Akash on video consultation and have a beautiful, happy 2024 year, 2024. So wish you best of luck. Wish you happy new year with this horoscope reading. Thank you, Akashji, for this package because we
Thank
are looking
you.
forward for a few this type of package in 2024 also. And thank you for this beautiful, positive, motivated November 2023 prediction. Thank you very much. We'll see you in another video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di. Om Namah Shivaya.